Good evening, ladies. Jody here from Healing Journey, founder of the Holistic Anxiety Fix, which is my 12-week program designed to help women heal anxiety from a mind and body perspective. I wanted to come on this evening and talk a little bit more about anxiety. Surprise! And specifically, I wanted to talk about how isolating it can feel and how frustrating it can feel to be struggling with anxiety, and A, to feel that you're alone, and then B, to not know how to get out of anxiety. So a lot of the women that I speak to come into this group and they are completely shocked by how many other women are struggling with the exact same symptoms of them. So oftentimes what happens is in your social circle, you may be the only one, or maybe there is just two of you who struggle with anxiety. And so you're like, oh, there's something wrong with me. Nobody else feels this way. And so you start to almost like judge yourself or shame yourself for struggling with this intensity of emotion. And then you come into the group and you realize that, oh my goodness, I am not the only one who struggles like this. So I want to let you know that you absolutely can share how you're feeling and symptoms that you're having to validate that you're not the only one. So common symptoms that people experience can vary in terms of how anxiety expresses itself. So for some women, it can be a big mindset thing. So that can take on looping thoughts where you're thinking about the same thing over and over and over again, almost in an obsessive manner. So, for a lot of women, this can take on a health anxiety perspective. So, oh my goodness, I'm feeling this symptom in my body. Does that mean that I'm dying of cancer? This must mean that I'm dying of cancer. And then all of a sudden, those thoughts are just going around and around and around. And you logically know in one part of your brain that you're not dying of cancer. And yet you can't stop thinking about it no matter how much you try. So know that you are not alone in that. For some people, it's getting up in the middle of the night and staring at the wall and having these crazy racing thoughts that you can't calm down, you can't get to sleep, you're going across your whole day, or you're waking up in the middle of the night with panic. For other women, it's a primarily physical sensation. So it could be your heart beating out of your chest, feeling like you're going to have a heart attack. It could be pins and needles, numbness. A lot of women are talking about throat difficulty, swallowing, GERD, stomach issues, an anxious stomach. So all of these things can all be manifestations of anxiety. And actually what's interesting is they can all be caused by different things. So even though the symptoms are the same, the cause is different. And for a lot of women, what I think the big struggle is, and this was a struggle with me, is that you get these messages. And let me know by liking this Facebook Live. So you get these messages that are saying, you just need to shut it down. You just need to turn it off. You just need to try harder. You just need to be better at doing this. It's not a big deal. Just relax. Just calm yourself down. It's just anxiety. And this can be so invalidating to receive these messages from the people that you love, right? Because if you knew how to turn off your anxiety, if you knew how to heal it, my guess is you would have already done it. You would have already have gone and healed it, and you wouldn't be choosing to be in this. You've likely tried a bunch of different things and thrown your hands up in the air and been like, I don't know what's going to work. And so if this is something that you're getting, if you're getting these messages, I urge you to not internalize them. This is something that I did during my own healing journey, is realize that I was shaming myself as a therapist for my inability to heal my own anxiety. I thought I needed to be better at controlling my thoughts, I thought that I was doing something wrong, that I was missing this magic link, or that there was something wrong with me and I just couldn't heal because my body was broken. So it actually took me a long time to realize that I was actually saying these things to myself. And then it took me even longer to realize that I needed to stop saying these things to myself. So I wanted to share that with you to let you know that if you're struggling with any of the symptoms that I mentioned and you're struggling to figure out how to heal, that is okay. A lot of the messages that we've gotten from society is that anxiety is something that we can't heal, or that it's something that you just need to turn off and on. And we're not taught that healing often involves going deep into root causes of why we have it in the first place. And so there's a lot of shame, especially with mental health issues, right? Associated with, oh my gosh, you have this symptom. It's so embarrassing. And for me, it was, oh my gosh, I have crazy anxiety that I at one point had when I was speaking with my clients. And how do I have this anxiety when I'm helping my clients, right? And so I urge you to take a look at what you're saying to yourself. Take a look at the messages that you're saying to yourself and start to A, notice them, and then B, reframe them, because you absolutely can heal. And part of your healing is what you say to yourself and then joining a journey to get to those deeper root causes. So first of all, I want you to let me know what symptoms of anxiety are the big ones for you. And then I'd like you to, if you're looking for deeper ways to heal and you feel like this is something you want to know more about, just send me a private message and I will share more about it with you. But I'd love to create a space where we're sharing, this is what I'm struggling with. Know that you're not alone. Thanks for joining me and have a good evening.